Can you feel it? Okay, engaging your athletes. So getting your athletes to feel things just gets them to think a little bit more, gets them receptive a little bit more, and then gets them to improve a little bit more. So this is another section. This is a follow-on to the varied teaching. This is the fourth part to the VARC. This is the kinesthetics. Okay, can you feel it? In this session, why do they need to feel it? How can we get our athletes to feel it? And then the homework that we're going to do to then implement it into our classes. Why do our athletes need to feel it? Kinesthetic is the fourth learning preference. So as I just mentioned, in the VARC, we already did the visual, auditory, to read, write. Now we're into kinesthetic. It's the fourth learning preference. Adding feeling can improve engagement, athlete focus, and therefore improve movement quality. So if your athletes are engaged more, they're focused more on their movement because you're getting them to feel something very, very specific, then it can improve their movement quality. Some athletes need more time to feel it out, play with it, and make mistakes. I'm a kinesthetic learner, through and through. And I use this heavily when I'm coaching because I know I need to practice. I know I need to feel things out. I know I need to make loads of mistakes before I can start to grasp the concept and start to improve. So they have to try it a few times before it makes sense to them. We need to recognize, like, this is for us, like, as coaches, we need to recognize and be patient with these type of athletes. For me, that's easy because I am kinesthetic. I need to do these things. For other coaches who are not kinesthetically minded coaches or people, you might not understand that athletes who appear as though they're just not doing things right, they just need more time to figure it out. So when you say, do this, and then they don't do it, and you're like, that's not what I asked them to do. And then you're like getting on them and you're badgering them and you're harassing them and you're like, no, do this, and they're still not doing it. It's probably because they're a kinesthetic learner and they need to just practice a little bit more and they need a little bit more freedom and time. So don't be afraid to say, this is what we're looking for. This is how you should feel. Have a little bit of time. Try and figure it out for yourself and I'll come back to you. Okay, but we can help speed up that process, and we can speed up that process by two ways. One is, this is how it should feel, and very, very straightforward. Tell them, okay, we're going to do this thing. This is how it should feel. Try this. Let's have a look at a video.
When under load, we should always be in a neutral spine. We've got a rib cage and a pelvis, and these are two great reference points for helping us find it. Oh yeah? Now we're going to feel it out before we get under the barbell. Oh great, feeling it out really helps me. Your rib cage moves up and down, so do this, feel it out. Your pelvis also tilts forward and back. Feel that? Pull your rib cage down by squeezing your abs really hard. Feel them? Now, lock your pelvis in place by squeezing your glutes really hard. Feel it? Now, we want to have them two positions while we go overhead. Thanks, coach. Feeling it out beforehand gave me a great sense of what I was supposed to feel like when I had the bar overhead.
Okay, so you see, that's very simple. It's like, this is what I want you to feel. Feel this, feel that. Cool, you got to feel that. Now let's implement it with the barbell. So very easy way to get athletes to feel things. Let's have a look at another one.
Going to use your legs from the floor. If you do this, your knees should be directly over your ankle. We're going to pause just below the knee. Christy, just push your knees back a little bit. Good, you feel that? That's where you've got to get to every time. So make sure you push your knees back. Okay, reset and go. Yes, lovely positions, Christy. Thanks, coach. But we shouldn't stop there when we're deadlifting, right? No, I just created that static position so I could see if you were doing it right. Because when you're moving at full speed, it's a lot harder for me to see. And plus, creating them static positions allows you to feel it better.
So using static positions. So L1 is all about static positions, right? And if we can use more static positions in our class, then it gives our athletes a lot more opportunity to feel it in position. And leaving them there is okay, you know what I mean? But it's not, don't leave them there forever. So it's here, I want you to move the barbell to below your knee and pause. Move the barbell to below your knee, cool. And I want you all to feel that really, really, feel that position in your body. I want you to feel what what it feels like. And then you can get them to move through the position. They don't need to stop there, but every time they pass through it, they got to feel the same thing. If you're getting them to pause there statically, they're definitely going to know what it feels like when they start to move a little bit more dynamically. But you can also ask them to start moving slowly first and then adding more speed as we go. I think I got one more.
Really squeeze your quads and squeeze your glutes. Feel that squeeze, right? That's the squeeze we need to feel. So now you're going to jump, and when your feet are off the floor, I want you to feel that squeeze in the quads and glutes. Are you ready? And jump. Feel the squeeze in the air. That's the feeling you want when you're in the air before you land on the box. Go try some box jumps, see if you can feel the quads and glutes squeeze while you're in the air.
Okay, so there's another one. Feeling the quads and glutes in the box jump. Like, you don't need to squeeze your quads and glutes in order to do a box jump. You can do a box jump without them, but on a particular day you might be saying, well, what we're focusing on is hip extension, or we could be doing this drill before we move into some cleans and snatches, and you can teach people how to find extension through a jump and then relate that back to your cleans and snatches, and that could be your main focus point, and you can build a whole class around it. So just another way you can use it. All right, and then the other way is how to show them. Sorry, there are two ways to feel it. It's how you feel, and then this feels different. So this is how you can do it separately and say, well, this is what I want you to feel, but it feels different, right?
Now, just swing your leg back and forth. Now, you can bend your leg if you want, right? And you feel like your leg is just swinging, right? Now, stop for a sec. Put your foot in front of you, and I want you to try and lift your leg by pulling from the front of your hip. So pull your leg up from the front of your hip. That feels different, doesn't it? As opposed to just swinging your leg.
Okay, so it feels different, okay? So it's like getting to do something, yeah, you feel that, and it's just very important to imagine, feel it. So feel this happening, you're just swinging your leg, and then it's like, now do something different and feel the difference. So watch again.
Do the previous jump you just did with the rope. Let's go. Previous jump, no rope. Good. Now jump higher. Good. Feel the difference? That's what we're doing. It's still circle whip, but you're going to make sure you jump higher every time.
Okay, so there you go again. Getting them to do the small jump and then adding in the higher jump, and they can feel the difference, and then that's what you're trying to get them to do now as you move on through the practice. Okay, so that's it. Like, it's very simple, very straightforward once we know it. So now it's time to implement it and build it into our classes. That's what your homework is this week. So plan where you can use the two types of feeling covered in this session. They're two separate movements. So yeah, I want you to do two separate movements. So I don't want you to pick out, let's say you're coaching pull-ups and you use the two different feelings for the same movement. I want you to think about, have a look at your class, have a look at your workouts for the week. And if you've got a day where you've got, let's say, a chipper and you've got 4 or 5 different movements, pick 2 movements out of that one session if you want, or you can pick 2 different sessions across the week. And I want you to use the 2 different types of feelings. So this is how it should feel for one, and then this feels different. So there's 5 different examples in this video. You can use the same ideas, or you can try and think of your own. Don't copy them, but try and use similar things, like it's getting them to feel it and then get the barbell. It's using the feeling with the barbell, and then it was getting to feel it before the box jumps. Like, you can do them types of things. Or in the this feels different, get them to follow along with you to feel it and then feel the difference. So try and implement them. Try and think about where you can use them, and plan it. Once then you've got your plan made, I want you to then record yourself practicing it. But, well, you're probably going to practice and do your plan at the same time. This is how feeling works. It's like, okay, well, if I want them to feel it, I've got to do it, right? So you could record your whole session if you want of you practicing it and planning it. But I want you to post a short clip to Instagram stories and tag me. I can feel it at Coach to Coach. All right. Now, with this short clip on Instagram, obviously on your stories, you can do a 15-second clip. Well, no, you can do longer than that. But you can crop a video 10 to 15 seconds and turn off the sound and put a sound clip over it and then tag me. So nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows what you're seeing. They just think you're doing some movement, which is perfect. But then you just want you to tag me in it. But then I want you to send me the full video. So you could have a full video of like 3-4 minutes. It could be 30 seconds. It could be, I don't know, it could be 10 minutes, whatever long it takes you to figure this out, right? But I want you to send me the full video for review and feedback. But I want you to post a short clip of that onto your Instagram stories. Once you've sent it to me, I can have a look at it. I can see if it's good, if it's bad, if you can change anything, if you need to say anything different, if you need to add anything in. I can send you that feedback, and then you can go and deliver it in your class. All right, so then you're going to use it in a class, and then after that, post to the comment section of this video on the Facebook group 3 things. How did you feel delivering it? So if you're not used to this style, obviously it's new, it's different, it's a little bit outside your comfort zone. So I want to know how it felt for you. If it's comfortable, yeah, do it all the time. Or no, it was very strange. I just want to hear from you, how did it feel? Then I want to know how it was received by the people in the class. Did they kind of like perk up because this is new? Or is it something they use all the time so it didn't really make a difference and they were just normal? But then I want you to, the last thing is, did it help improve the movement quality, the focus, and the engagement of the athletes? So were they tuned in when you were talking about it and you were saying feel it? Were they doing it with you? Were they feeling along with you and like, oh yeah, this is actually really good, I can feel it, yeah, great? Or then when they were going to practice it, were they focused? Like, were they really focused on it? So like they using the front of the hip example that I have in the videos here, pull from the front of the hip, were they focused? And then did it improve the movement quality? So when it came to the workout or came to the practice after that, could you see them focus on pulling from the hip? Could you see a visible change in their performance? Did it improve how they did their movements? So that's what I'm kind of looking for, and see, is it useful in your classes? Are you noticing a difference? If you're noticing a difference, then you know you got to implement it more. If you didn't notice a difference, it could be the fact that you didn't deliver it very well, and you might know that from how did it feel for delivering it. So it's a little bit of a self-review for yourself on this process of how was it, how was it received, can I do it better, did it work, can I use it again? Okay, so that's your homework, 3 sections. Plan the 2 different versions. Record yourself, post a clip to Instagram, send me for feedback, and then I want you to post in the comments on the Facebook group of how it felt, how it was received, and did it improve the athletes. Okay.